Hey guys, as you can see our screen, and you know what that means. We have another tier list in store for you today. Today, we're going to be ranking JDM cars, as well as getting into some Black Ops 2 guns. Let's get right into it. Again, here we are talking about something that we kind of don't really have any room talking about, but we're here anyways with a JDM import car list. So don't be yelling at us if we're off by a little bit on our bodies, because we are not import boys, but we're gonna give our honest opinion body wise, because of course we don't. I'm speaking for myself here, but I know what engine is in some of these, probably maybe more on the terms of the majority, but I definitely do not know all the specs.
Yeah, I definitely don't either.
I'm going
So with
by.
that being said, we do know some things, so we will
It's kind
put
of
what we know on there.
it's kind of ironic we were just talking about what we hate about the import scene. So
Yeah, this is kind of going to reflect on that, I think.
yeah. Well, if anything, we're giving the import guys a little bit of a redemption here. We're showing what we do like in the import scene.
For sure.
So, with this being said, we're going by if this car was stock, not modified. We're just going off of what you get out the box from these cars. So, as these tier list videos usually run on forever, let's go ahead and get into it with this STI.
Blah blah STI.
I kind of have an attachment just because our dear friend Caleb had one. It was his first car. His was, of course, the bug eye one, but it's still STI.
I that may be bug eye. I can't really tell in the photo,
Yeah.
but I'm just not going to change my rating. Really, they're pretty similar. I mean, not much different.
I wouldn't want to put it high. It's a cool car, coming
I
out.
like them, and they're affordable.
Yeah.
But I mean, they better be with the issues that you can have with them if you decide to be crazy.
A lot of people say, about Caleb, it's like, oh my God, that's that guy that has like 3 WRXs, right? Like, yeah, he has 3 because like the other 2 have to be parts cars. Yeah, they definitely come with a lot of problems, and it is nice having boost out the box. But that
For sure, that's definitely a big upgrade.
I don't know. I'm kind of thinking AB, area. Maybe not. I don't.
I'm more on the BC side.
Yeah, I'm thinking definitely not A. I think A deserves a lot higher tier of vehicle.
Yeah, I'm thinking more.
I
Let's
think I
put
think
this one
top
in
of
B.
C, or okay, yeah. Let's go.
It'll probably be bottom of B, but
Yeah.
I think if you leave it stock, they're not bad, right? Most of the time, if you leave it stock, you're not going to have a lot of the issues that people have.
Are those cars all-wheel drive too?
Yeah, all of them are, and
See,
I mean, they're amazing in snow, man.
yeah, I was about to say that's another big thing, like off-roading in that thing. Like, of course,
Yeah, they're big in the rally scene. I mean, everyone loves the B class rally.
we have what we've been ripping into, what I ripped into most last episode, our 350Z. So,
Yeah, honestly, it's kind of like, do I rate this on the ones that I see locally, or just like, well, one would be stock?
a Virgin 350Z.
'Cause that's like impossible to find now, right?
One that doesn't have a detachable steering wheel. They don't exist.
And that silver color in particular,
I
I
hate
hate
it,
on
dude.
those cars,
Like,
bro.
it's
I
a
hate that
commuter
color on
car.
about every car.
Like, go ahead and give this to Granny so she can drive the church
Yeah,
in
that's exactly
it.
what it is. Unless you build a drift car, but we're talking about stock, so.
We're talking about a stock 350Z. It's an import that don't come with boost. It's like probably one of the slower imports. Like,
VQ is, I mean, they're pretty reliable. I'll give it that.
and also on top of all that, they don't have a back seat. Like, there's no room at all. Because I seriously considered this being one of my first cars because, and it's just like it has no storage. Like, your back hatch area is all you have for storage. And there's not even that much room back there because it's just a hatch,
Yeah.
I don't know. I hate it for a lot of reasons.
Z, yeah.
It ain't practical. It's not like, I don't know. I really don't like it. I'm thinking D or F. We usually have a lot of hard time putting something in F tier on these tier lists.
If we're talking about stock, yeah, I'm gonna say, I'll say C tier.
C tier.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put it in D. It's not AIDS.
It, yeah. I'm.
Decent decent potential. I think more potential than the WRX, but in
It,
stock form, I would rather have the WRX.
oh yeah, 100%. I'd rather a boost over NA any day of the week.
But the C's aren't awful, man. Like, you know, yeah, we can put that in D tier, and then the 370 might go in C tier.
Yeah, moving right on to the 370, which I don't really know hardly very much about, really.
300. That's
Or yeah,
300 too.
300. If I was to have a 300, which isn't on this list, I would have an IS 300, but it ain't on here, unfortunately. So,
So there's NA, and then there's boosted 300Zs.
okay, I
We'll
don't
go
see
ahead
an
and say this
intercooler.
one. We'll
So,
go ahead and say this one's boosted though.
okay,
We'll
we'll give it
because
that.
if we're gonna buy one, we're gonna buy the boosted one, bro.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
I'm with
versus
you.
the
I'm kind of thinking
300Z,
I'm thinking C tier too because an STI.
yeah,
I'd rather have an STI all day long.
I still would rather have a STI than a 300Z.
I'm not a big four door guy by no means, but I cut the imports a little bit of slack because I would definitely have an IS or an STI import.
Yeah, the 300Zs, I like the way they look, man, but the engine bay is a bitch to work in if you LS swap or anything. So I mean, decent chassis. I mean, there's people that have gone fast in them.
Yeah. So I don't know if it was you or my stepdad. I was going on a rant about the RX-8s on it. Might have been my stepdad, but I've just been hating them here like big time. I hate the body. It doesn't flow good. And there's one thing that I really hate, and it's really nitpicky, but I hate so much that like back door how it opens up like a crew cab
I
truck.
don't know
Like
why you dislike
I
that.
hate it, bro. It's like let me get my crew cab truck. Oh wait,
I,
that's an
I
RX-8.
I think it's cool. It's different.
I hate it, dude. It's like
I
so
love the
unnecessary.
RX-8 body, and it's a really great chassis too.
What do you know what engine they have in them? I don't
For
know.
rotary, a two rotor.
That's the only redeeming factor for me because those rotary engines sound crazy at like 8K RPM.
I mean, they're cool to build too. I mean, they're not popular, but I think you just you either enjoy an RX-8 or you don't. Like there's no in between.
Yeah, they're another car like the WRX that's super obtainable. Like
I'd put it in the C tier. I would rather have it over the 350.
yeah, yeah, I would too. Just I don't know. I hate the body style with it opening up like that. I don't know why. Just think of a truck.
I
So
don't know why you be hating so much.
is this a Civic hatch?
Yeah.
One of that's one of the first. I don't want to say it's the first generation. It's like I want to say early 2000s, something like that.
I'm looking up generations so I don't get it wrong here.
Yeah, don't want to get the Civic guys on us.
All right, so I'm pretty sure that was fourth. Let me double check. Yeah, it's looking like fourth to me.
So let me think. The fourth gen, did it
It could be fifth, though.
VTEC? Was that the start of the VTEC? No, VTEC started. Wait, I know VTEC wasn't too far along if it was in this car.
Yeah, if it wasn't like
It wasn't one of the
it wasn't
crazy
a good.
VTECs.
Yeah, it ain't one of them you want. It ain't like a B series or K series. I mean, K series wasn't in any Civics as far as I'm aware, but yeah, cool car if you want to swap it. I mean, the potential for swaps is there. Really lightweight chassis, but it is front wheel drive, so that's kind of a eh. I'm not gonna hate on it, but
That
big
does
power
hurt.
in that, you're gonna torque steer like a motherfucker. It's gonna be undrivable. But anyways, we're talking about stock, and I ain't a fan of a stock Civic. That ain't happening.
Yeah, especially no like. And it does hurt too because if this car had some body modifications, it would definitely have some bonus points for me. But we're going by stock,
Yeah,
and it's like, eh.
if we're talking about modding, this would be like B or A tier.
Yeah, for sure. Because like any wagon or like hatch for me gets like some bonus points because it's just like it's
I
not what you
mean, you
see.
can go fast on a budget, one of them.
Yeah, and a sleeper too. Like really, if you wanted
Yeah,
to
for
not do the
sure.
body modifications. Yeah,
Uh,
I'm kind of torn
I'm
between
a
C and D for sure.
I'm gonna say D. I'd rather have a 350Z over it. Is
Y-
where I'm standing,
Yeah, at least you'd be a little bit faster in a 350Z and look a
and
little bit better.
you'd look a little better, yeah. And G35. I
VQ.
mean, what are you gonna say? Same as the Z, but looks better for sure.
Yeah.
Way better looking.
Infinity platform too, so
Yeah, it's pretty comfy interior. You know, I've rode in a few.
I kind of want to have it over the RX-8, but I wouldn't be mad if it
I'll
was
put it in
behind it.
front of the 350.
Okay.
It's just a nicer 350 is all it is.
Yeah, pretty much.
So Miata, that's kind of a hard one because you know I haven't rode in a lot, especially stock Miatas. I've never rode in but one. I drove one, and I didn't drive it hard. And I don't know how they handle or nothing, but from what I know, they're you know obviously they're a very light platform, handle pretty good, popular for swaps. I mean, really good aftermarket on the body and everything.
That's about the only thing I've heard that's
You
good
can
about
get
them
them
is,
super cheap.
they are getting a little bit harder to find.
A clean one for sure.
Yeah, they do be ripping it on the track though. They don't weigh nothing.
Yeah, and if you want to get an entry level track car, every track has Miata classes, bro. Stock Miata. Throw some tires on that bitch and go.
And if you're one of these car guys that's kind of new to the car scene, is just kind of played Need for Speed games like me, that's like right here. This is like one of your first Need for Speed cars, and it's super
Yeah.
affordable. It's like if you want to get into like the actual car scene, it's not a bad car to start on.
I'll put it at top of B tier is where I would put it.
Yeah, I think I'd rather have a WRX, but I have a place in my heart for the Miata from Need for Speed back in the day.
Can't hate the Miata.
Yeah, it's an OG for sure, dude. Like way back.
So MR2, I'm not super familiar with.
It's kind of weird
Huh?
because I don't see very many for sale, but the ones I do see for sale are going for cheap. It's kind of weird. You'd think that those two wouldn't go hand in hand. Like I just saw one for
They're
Marketplace for
not.
like
They're
five
not
thousand
like.
dollars.
I mean, they're pretty common.
Yeah,
I mean, great handling. Out of everything on this list so far, it probably handles the best.
I think
I mean, the STI might out handle it.
if you're really dead set on getting a Supra, I think this is definitely the way to go because it's just going to be the
Supra.
cheapest way out. Or sorry. If you're just really dead set on getting into this platform, like I think this is probably like the best bet of getting into it.
They're pretty cool. I don't even know what engine option they have, but there's definitely aftermarket. A lot of K series swapping I've seen.
Yeah.
But
I'll let you
you're on
put
about
this wherever.
stock.
I don't have
Yeah,
any opinion on this.
I'd put it top of C tier. I'd have it over the 300Z for sure.
Yeah.
And then obviously, what is this?
Impreza.
I think this is. I don't remember this generation. It's the early gen
Yeah.
STI. I actually like this body style looks wise. I
And
don't know if there's any difference in anything.
I'd put it right there with the WRX. I mean, it's basically
Yeah.
the same car.
I mean, it's minor differences. You know, there might be weaker parts compared to the other. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So Evo, I'm a big Evo guy. I would say A tier.
I'm right there with
That-
you, and especially if it's boosted. Like, I like the Evos.
Evos are boosted, but I mean, some of them do have the crank walk issue. You know, I mean, there's definitely a few things that could be issues, but I'd say most of the Evos you see are pretty nice, and
Yeah.
it's hard to really hate them. It's like a more reliable WRX. Like,
I'm big on stock aesthetics, and like this car, it already has
Yeah.
like a really tasteful spoiler on it. It's already got a nice like indentation in the hood. It just looks really good stock, and that's what I like a lot about certain cars. That's why I don't modify my Camaro, because I just love how it looks out the box. I can really appreciate when the manufacturer makes the car look the way that they want their people to enjoy their cars. You know, like you said down here with the 350Z, it just like it ain't got nothing going on from the box. It's kind of sad. You know,
Yeah.
you got an Evo or a WRX that out the box already looks like it's got aftermarket parts, when in reality that's the stock parts. They just look that dope.
Come with BBS wheels on STI factory, like
Dude, that's
yeah,
like,
I'm taking that.
what are you gonna do? You know. Anyways, the whole tangent. But we got a 370Z. Sorry.
Yeah, 370. I love 370Zs and looks, bro.
Yeah, I do too. They definitely like made a big step in the direction of more
I would
clean.
put it over the 300Z, but not the MR2.
Okay, I'm right there with you.
I
Yeah,
would definitely have an MR2 over it.
in reality, you're still on the Z platform, but it looks a lot better doing it.
See, the thing is, the platform is pretty good. It's just the body on the 350 I'm not a fan of.
Yeah, it's just like so like it just doesn't have any curves. It's just like here I am.
Now we're to uh uh how do I say this? My least favorite import.
I know. I recently said something about a VRZ, and you're like, don't ever say that again.
I look good, don't get me wrong, but shitty fucking engine, bro. Like if you ain't got boost in that flat four, then yeah. I mean, you might make 200 wheel with fucking independent throttle bodies, intake, headers, ethanol, you know, like full bolt on as much as you can do without breaking into the engine. You're not even making 200 plus wheel hardly. Get out of here.
I'm not gonna let you rip on them too much. They do look pretty good.
I was saying F tier, but if you want to put it somewhere else, then
I'll give it bonus points in the back end of D tier because I like a few like subtle differences. Like they've got that special little triangle in the back end. Like it's just got a lot of like just.
they're cool. I'm not hating on them. Definitely a good driver can really enjoy the car.
I'll give it enough bonus points to keep it out of F tier. So we got a second gen Eclipse. You know, everybody Fast and Furious heads are like here for
boosted.
It. This is one of the OG tuner cars, bruh. Like,
yeah, Mike always making me want one.
I want one too. I mean, like, they're so clean. I don't even care if I have an A one.
I'm saying bottom of A tier. If you can find a clean DSM, bro, you gonna want that shit, bro. I mean, might have some crank walk, but
you're in a second gen Eclipse.
I mean, same engine as the Evo there. You know, like great platform.
Yes, sir. Another car from Fast and Furious. You got the R34. Everybody's like,
I think everyone knows where this is going.
Everybody knows what this car is. Yeah,
I don't know what horsepower they put out of the box. Like around 400, I think.
Literally called Godzilla for a reason. They couldn't nobody could keep up with it at the time. Like it literally dominated.
Yeah, I mean the all-wheel drive factor kills with that. Like good power, great handling, awesome looks. I mean this is S tier. Yeah, it's exactly what it is.
I went back and watched a video of like the origin of like all the GTRs, and it got to the R34, and it was like, dude, you can't fathom how much ahead of its time this car was until you go back and watch those old Japanese circuit. I can't remember what the race was called, but they had like their national race where all the car manufacturers came together and had a race, and I'm not kidding. It was not a competition whenever the R34
I know what
came
you're talking about. I've seen.
You want to talk about a gap on a road course, like the Godzilla would do that no problem. It was crazy, dude. Like at that time period of them to be walking away. Here we are.
Yeah, RSX. This is kind of a hard one to place because I love the way these look, bro. These look fucking good.
I'm not looking for them, but I don't really see them either. You know,
it's pretty much a Civic, but better. Like just a stylish Civic.
Yeah.
I like them a lot. I would see they're not pushing a lot of power, but I mean you got VTEC, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong on that, so don't flame me, but you got decent power. VTEC really helps with power in on like something with small displacement. I'd say middle of C tier.
Middle of C tier. I'll go there with you.
I kind of want to put it ahead of the 370, so yeah.
Yeah, I agree. So we're starting to
We
get
got another
into.
Civic.
Yeah, I like this form hatch too because the hatch is more prevalent. It's not more. It's not really a fastback. It actually was like a true hatch. I like that a lot, and I like that it's a coupe. I love the aesthetic of this car. I wish they would have put the. I think it's the ninth gen. It's either the ninth or eighth gen Civic where they had like the factory diffuser, but it ain't on here unfortunately. Yeah. That's probably my favorite Civic. But yeah, I really like this Civic hatch. It's probably one of my more favorites.
Fourth gen?
What?
Is that the fourth gen?
No, this is more like mid 2000s, like coming. I would say, yeah, it's probably like mid 2000s coming up on like 2010.
Huh.
If I had to guess by the body style, I could be completely wrong, but I know the.
Is that even? That might be like a Monza Speed 3. Oh, let me look up a side view of a Monza Speed 3.
Okay. Yeah, I could be completely talking out of my butt right now.
That is.
Oh, it is. Wow, I just went on this whole tangent.
Pretty sure. It's so hard to tell. Can you zoom in on it for a second? I just want to double check.
I still really, really, really like how it looks.
Yeah, I like the Speed 3s. I don't know very much about them. Okay, now let me pull up side to side here. If I find this exact image.
It's, yeah.
I don't think it is. Man, that's hard to tell. It's gotta be like
it's a Civic Type R, or I think that's what Google's saying it is.
It's looking like an 8th
Yeah,
gen.
no, it's a Type R.
What year? 8th gen?
02, yeah, it looks like a 02, 04, whatever generation that is.
It's 7th. 05 is 8th gen, but that could be 7th gen. I don't know. Anyways, Type R, I'm definitely a fan. I would say I'd put it over the Miata, honestly. Type R.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm a big simp for how it looks aesthetically.
Lots of potential. For sure.
Yeah, dude.
Got VTEC. I don't know for sure what those get, but I know it's going to have VTEC.
Got a Dodge Stealth.
GT. Or Stealth.
I will say, I've been looking. This is another car that I've been looking at with the Eclipse. They have lots of issues. Like every single one I find has issues of one type or another.
They look great.
They do.
Bitch to work on because there's no room in the engine bay.
And it seems like most of the time it's like a engine mechanical issue. Like everyone I've seen has a misfire, or it sounds like it's cammed, which also could be related to a misfire. I don't know.
Honestly, D tier.
Yeah.
Just because, well, if we're talking about a maintained one, I'd put it ahead of the RX-8.
Yeah. We can go that. We can go with that instead of going super in depth.
You just don't put the RX-8 and swap it with the G35.
Yeah, you gotta tell me twice.
I think that's about where it belongs.
So this would be the
seventh gen,
8th gen, 7th gen, because 8th gen got the 8th gen got the cool diffuser, and the 9th gen I think they got rid of the diffuser because the 9th gen's what we're on now, I believe.
No, we're on the 10th.
Oh my god, bro. Civic's got to calm down, dude. It's like Intel. They just come out with the new generation.
That might be the 9th gen. Yeah, I think it's hard to tell. It could be the 8th too.
Okay.
I think that's 9th, but
it's a Civic. It's a newer one, so you know that thing comfy.
7th versus 8th gen. I don't really know if there's much difference.
Man, if that's a Type R too,
I would own one. It's not a Type R.
Oh man, if it was a Type R, it'd be up there for me because those Type R's. You do not mess with the Type R's nowadays. Everybody just thinks it's a commuter car. It ain't, dude. That thing will hurt your feelings.
We'd gap it. But
it's just nice seeing them out, man. It's just that thing ain't gapping anything. That thing ain't gapping us, but it probably gap like anything else around that isn't semi modified.
So where you want to put it?
If it's an SI, I kind of get commuter car vibes, but I think they still do come with six.
Boosted.
They I thought I had a coworker. I thought his was not boosted, but it was 6 speed.
Oh, you know what? Those may not be. I'm not
Yeah,
even certain.
I think
I know the new ones are.
I think this generation SI is a 6 speed, but it's NA, which I give it bonus points for being a 6 speed of this generation because it's stick is dying. Yeah, we all know it.
Civics get sticks though.
Yeah. I would rather. Oh man, I kind of want to put it somewhere in C tier, but I don't know where would be appropriate.
The CRX, I think.
You think so?
Yeah, they're about even for me.
Okay.
Either side of it, I don't. I'd rather have the CRX, I think, though, looks wise.
Yeah.
Now, what is next? Oh, yeah, NSX. I mean, this is a pretty no-brainer for me.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to look like a Koenigsegg, here you go.
Just for the rarity factor alone, I mean,
Yeah.
they're cool. I mean, that's one of the coolest cars that Honda put out, bro.
Yeah.
S tier for sure, but definitely not the R34.
Yep, 100% agree.
Now we got here S14.
Yep, S14, which is another big tuner car. But
Yeah.
I would say it didn't have the spotlight until I would say after that tuner scene was gone. I think a lot of people are looking at it now. I feel the same way with the 240s. Like a lot of people were too focused on the Skylines to really people like me who's not big into the import scene. They didn't really see that 240s had the cool factor that the Skylines had. I think it should have shared that same spotlight. But of course it didn't at that time period for people like me.
S14 A tier. I mean,
yeah, I think I would rather have it than the Evo or the Eclipse.
Nah, I'd rather.
No.
Platform wise, yes, but stock wise, the DSM. I'd rather have the 4G.
Oh yeah,
than
DSM. Yeah.
If it had an RB or 2J in it, it'd be a little different.
For sure.
Civic, I mean, this gen is not VTEC either, right?
No.
Or is it? It may be.
If it is, it's got to be the first gen VTEC because that's an old Civic.
I would say D tier.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I don't even know if I'd put it at the top of D tier.
Every one of these is clapped out, but we can't really say it because they're supposed to be stock.
Yeah, because they couldn't even find a stock
for a grandma
photo.
car, it's a great daily driver.
Which side of the 350Z do you want to put it on?
I'll put it on the right. I think I'd rather have a 350Z.
Yeah.
This is a hard one. A lot of personal preference wants to go on this one.
You go for it.
FDRX7 is like my dream car import wise.
Yeah, our RX-7s are super clean and they're getting super hard to find.
They are. They're high in price. And, a 3-rotor RX-7 is like, gimme.
I want to put it in A tier, but I don't know where at in A tier.
Yeah, I'm A tier for sure. I'd rather have it than an Evo, honestly.
Top of A tier. I'm not going to disagree
And
with
that's some personal preference because, I mean, Evos are nice too.
Yeah.
And definitely more reliable. I mean, I'm not going to argue that. So, another Evo, this is like second or first gen, I'm not sure.
Uh-huh.
Still 4G, I believe. Pretty much same engine as other Evos. Probably a few slightly different, like probably different turbos and stuff. So I would just put it below the first Evo. I'd still rather have it over DSM, honestly. Now we got a S13. I mean, same as the S14. I mean,
yeah,
same thing. Great chassis. I mean, everyone knows them for drift cars. R35. Where are you putting this?
this is my old dream car.
Definitely a great platform.
It's like everybody. I mean, just stock, dude. They're insane, and like if you just put some work into them, I mean, you could easily have like a super fast, like ungodly fast car. You got to
Yeah,
have
for
money to
sure.
own one, though. That's the only thing. They haven't moved in price since they came out. You can get like a first, like one of the '07, '06. I can't remember what year they
Yeah,
came
one
out.
with transmission issues.
Yeah, you can get one of like the first gen R34s relatively cheap. You know, relatively being
R35.
like, yeah, R35. You can get the first gen R35 like relatively cheap, being like 40,000, 50,000. But like Jordan said, they have issues, trans issues. But like, yeah, the 2014s, 2010s, they're still going for like over 100K. You can probably find one for like 100. You can probably find one for like 80K, but whatever. I don't know. I've got an A tier because I would do. I would love to have this car still. I don't
I
know
would
if
put it S tier.
yeah. I mean, even now, like I don't know, man. I could go on and on about the R35.
I'd
It's
put it
always
top of S tier.
over Godzilla.
Yeah,
Hurt some
definitely.
feelings.
I
Yeah,
mean, maybe. I mean, you gotta be ignorant to realize that the R35 is so much more advanced.
people were hooked on the nostalgia for sure on the
I mean, you get
R34.
a nice R35, and sure, the R34 is the classic. It's like a '69 Camaro or a fits you, and a lot of people are gonna take it. But really, I mean, either one's a great option.
Yeah, well, and also if you look at the reliability of an R35, it's a new car. Like it's a newer car. A lot of stuff's
Yeah,
ironed
there's
out.
stuff. I mean, sure, it's got the trans issues, but I mean, other than that, I mean, I don't think they're too bad. It's just maintenance costs a lot.
Yeah, and dude, like they're so like I haven't sat one, but they look so comfy, dude. Like, oh my god. Uh,
R32.
yep, our boy Caleb rocking that R32.
Jeez, I love the R32.
And after sitting in one, dude, those cars like there's a lot of room. Like I like those cars a lot, and it's the more affordable
Yeah,
Skyline.
I like them a lot. I would own one, but I'm gonna have to put it below the NSX.
Below the NSX.
Now, are we doing GTR or GTST? I can't tell if that's a GTR or not. It looks like a GTR.
We might as well give it its best chance.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, what am I looking at? S50?
yeah, that's right. We did check into that S15.
I mean, right there with the S14, S13. I mean, I love the way the S15 looks, so I would put it
Yeah,
above.
that's kind of what I was thinking too.
I think it's the best looking.
And then we have an Supra. I can't tell. This is like this is the generation before they quit making it for a while, right? This would be
No,
like no.
no, that might be S15. Oh, what's this one?
Oh no.
Yeah. Can you zoom in on the white one?
Yeah. Oh, wrong way.
Let me see. Is that like a Toyota Cressida or something? Hmm. All right, let me see.
It's saying it's a Skyline.
Is it? Is it R33? Oh yeah, it is. Okay, yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, R33 my favorite, so I'm putting it over the R32. But I'll give you R34 boys your justice, because I will say R34 probably better. And now we got the S15, which obviously, right there with the other body styles. I mean, they're just better looking is all. I mean, that's a big improvement though from the S13 to 15.
Yeah. So you've known a Celica owner personally.
Not that body style. I don't. I hate that body style, bro.
I'm not a fan. It's just I don't know. Its curves
It
ain't doing
just
it
looks
for me.
ugly, bro.
It looks like it's
Like,
doing too much.
it might look cool in the photo, bro, but I'm telling you, in person, this thing's F tier, bro.
It looks like it wants to be a wedge car so bad, like from GTA.
It looks like it wants to be like a Lambo Gallardo or
Oh
something,
my
but
god.
like it had too many chromosomes.
So this is the Supra that I was talking about, the one before they quit making them for a while. This is like our mid 2000s, like 99
Yeah,
Supra.
Mark Ford.
So it's a lot of nostalgia
Obviously,
for me. I don't know where I want it in S tier, but I want it in S tier.
I'm saying top of S tier, bro. I think
Like
everyone knows the potential.
that's a big tuner car. And then speaking of tuner cars, we got the Integra.
Yeah, I'm a big Integra boy, and that looks like a Type R, so that is definitely like a A tier.
That's big bonus points. I kind of want it top of A tier.
Yeah, I'd have a Type R over RX-7. And I'd definitely have it over Evo or DSM.
I don't really know. I mean, Miata kind of. I mean, this is the
With the other Miata, I
yeah.
mean,
I
what
think I'd
else you
rather
gotta
have.
say?
I think I'd rather have the pop-up headlights. Just
Yeah,
to
I would
give.
too.
Where is the Miata? I can't even find it no
A
more.
tier.
Oh, oh yeah, I see now. Yeah, I'd rather have the pop-up headlights just for nostalgia of like the '80s, the body style.
Yeah.
All right,
I
that's
definitely, I'm pretty happy with that one. I think that's, I mean, there's a few things that maybe could be changed, but not
yeah.
bad.
Yeah, and give us your opinion, give us your takes, because we're not import boys, but we'll accept your slander and maybe not accept it. So, with that being said, let's throw it to a quick ad break. We'll be right back. Guys, I have fantastic news. If you're tired of blowing your hard-earned money on energy drinks, then look no further than our sponsor, Dubby. They make an energy blend you mix with water to give you a boost that you need to get through your day. They have lots of flavors for you to try. They even have a starter pack if you're skeptical. It's only $15 and it comes with a shaker cup. Head on over to dubby.gg and use our code HealthBars10 to get 10% off your order. Again, guys, head over to dubby.gg and use our code HealthBars10 to get 10% off your order. What are you waiting for? We are back, and as you can see, our favorite Call of Duty game, we got the guns from it. We were kind of joking around looking for a gaming tier list. We were like, dude, it'd be so cool if we could find a tier list that had like the guns in a Call of Duty game. And Jordan's like, dude, look, Black Ops 2 guns. I'm like, no way. Perfect. Okay. It's kind of sucks to start it out with the XPR.
I think
Definitely
you know where this one goes.
probably the worst sniper in the game.
Yes, it is the worst gun in the game by far.
If you could have iron sights, that might save
You
it a
know
little
how
bit.
long it took me to get that bitch gold to get diamond for
Oh
the
my
snipers?
God. They might as well have made that gun not even get one-shot headshots. It was so trash.
I know.
Uh,
Jeez, and then we're starting strong.
KN94, dude. You don't mess around with it.
AN, bruh.
AN94, yeah. Like, A plus or S for sure.
S tier. S tier.
I was a big submachine gun guy, so you're going to hear a little bit of that.
Oh, I was too, bruh. I mean, everything on Black Ops 2, I'm on.
The
B-23R, A tier, bruh.
dual wielding them, dude.
I mean, just a single one. I mean, you can one burst people.
That was
is
like
OP.
the most reliable, almost the most reliable sidearm ever. Like, dude,
It
especially
was the sidearm. It was reliable.
if you already had, especially if you already had some shots in somebody, you had this quick switch. Like, oh,
You
my
don't
God.
even need a trigger finger with that thing either.
No skill required out the box. That's your pistol.
Where are you at with the ballista?
See, I kind of thinking
I'm
back.
a DSR boy.
I was a big DSR boy, just because I couldn't hit my shots. Because
That's definitely a thing. Less stress on you to hit them shots, bro.
yeah, the ballista's more like if you can spray, you're good. Like, because you get way more shots off than the DSR.
If you want to hit clips, ballista is your go-to.
Yeah,
But I hit clips with the DSR because I'm just built different.
just built different. Need that extra damage. The
I'd
ballista.
say A tier.
Yeah, I got an A tier. It's good, and especially good for quick scoping if you're in like a free for all lobby. Like, you need that fast fire.
Really,
rate.
it could be S tier if you're really good at the game.
Yeah,
But I mean, I'm just gonna rate this off how I like to play. I don't like to quick scope all the time, like a lot of people.
right.
I like to mix it up. So we're gonna have a little bit of everything everywhere. Kind of what I'm trying to do.
So the ballistic knife's kind of mid for me. I mean, it's I really love that they had it in the game, but like
I'd say C tier, honestly.
yeah,
It's fun, but it's a knife. You know, knife to a gunfight. You ain't gonna win most of the time unless you're good.
unless you're in sticks and stones, and if you're good with a ballistic knife, you're gonna clean house.
Yeah. Now, Chick'em, I never liked this thing until I went for Diamond, and then
Dude,
I liked it.
I always had it on a class. Like it was definitely one of my try hard guns. Because if you had a trigger finger with this, you could put some bursts down, bro.
Yeah. I think a lot of people are gonna realize just how good a lot of the guns on this game were too, because there ain't gonna be much in B and C.
Yeah,
This thing was A tier, bro.
I could definitely go for A tier. I'd go A tier over the ballista.
Nah, I wouldn't
Oh,
say.
okay.
Ballista definitely gonna be my reliable on that side.
I'm kind of the same. The crossbow, I'm kind of with the ballistic knife. It's unique,
Yep,
but
it's
like,
cool, but
A.
honestly, I hated it on there.
Yeah.
Getting it gold, oh my god, trying to go for diamond, all the specials, bro. I hated
Oh,
that.
I could imagine. And two, after you stick somebody and somebody jacks your kill, like,
Yeah, dude. Well, and I remember when I got that diamond, I was so relieved. It was like all the weight of the world was off my chest.
oh my god. And especially if you look at the shadow claw, like, oh my god, the
Yeah, I
crossbow,
mean that thing
like,
was
get
so
out of
much
here.
better. DSR A plus, baby.
DSR was great.
God, now DSR just looked good, sounded good too, bro.
You knew
Everything
when
about
somebody
it.
was using the DSR. That thing
Yeah,
rang.
that thing that's the sniper, bro.
You were a big Executioner fan. Big Executioner fan.
Yeah, people gonna hate me, but B tier, bro.
B
I
tier.
loved it. Getting that thing diamond was as bad as a crossbow, bro. Getting headshots with it was the worst.
You don't like hit markers? You don't like the
Dude,
bad hitbox that it
I would
gets?
literally. So I was in that. I only played hijacked. I would not play any other map. Maybe Nuketown.
I remember you
Only,
raging so hard. You're like, I remember one point you're like, dude, I might as well just have to go find an AFK guy and blow his brains out from behind. Like you were actually like
and he would
losing
still hit marker. You could be literally right on him and aiming down on his head, center head, and you kill him with not a headshot. It blew my mind.
We're gonna get so many comments like, you should just use
Yeah.
laser sight.
I
Like,
did. I used everything you can think of, bro. I'm a Black Ops 2 goat.
you had a laser sight and a scope on that thing and still hit markers.
Now, when you dual wield them bad boys, it's a different story.
You're forced to be reckoned with. Imagine,
Dude, on my classes, like my shotgun classes, I'd always have that as a secondary.
imagine
That
a
and some
shipment was a
C4.
time back then. Oh my god.
I'd be going ham. Now we got my favorite gun in the game. FAL, buddy.
Trigger finger deluxe.
Yeah, you just had to be in tune with this gun, but once you were, it was over.
If you
S tier, bro. Top of S tier for me.
if you're gonna comment that putting select fire on it is better, why don't you go lick a window
Skill
instead of
issue.
listening?
Skill issue. Learn how to use your finger, dummy.
You need to go lick a window instead of listen to this because
You just need to watch me play with it, honestly, is what you need to learn.
Jordan would literally get messages, especially using the 5.7, like, you're using a modded controller, I'm reporting you.
I didn't even shoot it that fast. I was just like,
We had another friend that was like that too. I swear he had like something was wrong with his finger.
yeah. He had a tick.
I'm surprised like the automatic cheat detect didn't like kick him off or something.
Was this launcher called the small? I can't remember the name of it.
No, it was called the FMJ, or I think it was called the FMJ. It was like the
Yeah, it was the
lock on.
FMJ, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
I mean,
a starter one. It's mid tier for a launcher. That is like B.
I mean, it's just where are you going to put something like that? You know, it's a lock on.
Yeah.
It's only used for one thing, really.
Oh, that was a stinger. Yeah, I mean, it was good for
It was
taking out
basically
kill streaks.
yeah. I mean, that's pretty much all it's used for, though.
I remember getting that diamond. Yeah, that made me mad too.
It ain't
I
no
mean,
javelin. Yeah, because you had to knock out
and
particular score streaks.
RPG too. That was fun actually. The RPG was fun because you didn't have to do score streaks like you do in the newer ones.
I was about to say, I don't see, like, you just got to wait for somebody to get a VTOL. Like, how often do people get VTOLs in matches? Like, that sounds so irritating.
Top
But
7, bro. This is people gonna be surprised by this one, bro. A plus.
dual wield 5.7s, dude, you can't
Nah, single 5.7, bro.
even that. Yeah.
It's good, bro. I could out damage like ARs sometimes with that thing. Like
They'd be
I would
so
win
mad.
gunfights with that thing, and people would just be surprised.
Yeah, because they just be sitting there flinching while they're trying to aim, but they can't get a shot off because they're flinching.
The trigger finger with it, bro. You could just spam that bitch.
By the time you get done shooting them, they're like looking at the sky because they're just flinching so much.
That's like the best pistol in the game, bro. I don't know. The TAC 45 was hard too. Anyways, let's go to the hammer. I
Hammer.
fuck with the hammer, bruh.
I'm not gonna have any input on LMGs because I never really liked using LMGs. But
They were my favorite class to get diamond. I think they were fun on Black Ops 2, bro. They hit hard.
on a whole side note, that is probably one of my favorite Black Ops 2 guns on zombies though, or LMGs go.
Yeah,
That thing had that
I
quick
love how the
reloading.
fire rate at first was really good. So like, if you had the hip fire, you got some shots off.
Yeah, yeah. Put the LMGs
It
wherever you
acted
want.
it acted like a good AR, honestly.
Yeah.
It had some recoil though. I'd say A tier, maybe B tier. I would say it's the best LMG, so I'd say A tier.
Okay.
At 40, I'm not a fan, but it's definitely got its place.
Its recoil is almost uncontrollable.
Honestly, the recoil ain't even that bad. It's just it don't do a lot of damage is my problem. You gotta hit a lot of your shots with it.
Well, that's my thing too. Like, it has such a high rate of fire and the recoil. It's like if you miss like a couple shots out of your magazine, you're not gonna kill the guy, and that's really. I
Yeah,
mean,
you'll probably be the first one dead. You know,
it's
if you're
like,
pulling that out. I'd rather have the B23R all day.
oh yeah, for sure. I think I'd almost rather have the executioner, honestly.
I would. I'd put it below the Executioner.
Yeah.
PSG, my
Dude.
favorite, bro.
Oh my god.
I'm saying A plus.
Yeah,
This
like,
thing had some range, bro. If y'all didn't use this thing, you missed out.
yeah, and
I mean, that thing, I've hit more clips with it than any other gun, I think.
I'm just gonna say it. One of the most skill related shotgun because you had to hit that slug and like it.
I was a beast with that bitch. You put quick draw and a stock on that bitch or long barrel, dude, you're going everywhere. You're killing Nuketown. I would spawn kill people all the time with that bitch.
I'm just gonna say if you didn't like the KSG, it's probably because you couldn't hit your shots because like
Yeah.
that gun was so good. You'd have to be crazy not to like the KSG.
LSAT, I'm putting right with the hammer. It was
You,
like a debate. You're either L star or LSAT or a hammer guy.
I know you had that target finder on that LSAT running a shield class.
Yes, sir. We ain't even gonna get into that. We can save that. I got Black Ops. We just need to have a Black Ops 2 story time.
Yeah, sit on down.
Listen here, you little shit.
You don't know about that middle room in Hijack.
That's right.
This shotgun
Trophy systems.
I didn't use this shotgun a lot. It was odd to me, and
I never liked it, but after getting it down, I was like, it ain't as bad as I thought.
I never gave it a chance. Really, is what it falls down to me.
I'd say B tier.
Okay, I'm on board.
Definitely not a KSG or Remington.
Yeah. I'm just gonna keep the rocket launcher in the back of B tier always because it's just like
it's
like why.
M27. See, this thing was hyped up big time, but it was more A plus for me. It didn't have the damage. Is the only thing.
Yeah, and
It was no recoil. I mean, it was nice.
if you brought that to an AN fight, you were getting outgunned every time by the AN.
You brought it to an M8 fight, you're getting outgunned.
Yeah, dude, the M8, if you hit that full burst, I think it took 2 full bursts, like you were messing people, like you were slobbing all over.
It took one burst.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That was one of my. It used to be a go-to class. I think I quit using it eventually, but that gun, if you were accurate, you were like dead shot.
When I got into the game later on, I took it over the FAL for a while.
Yeah, super skill-based gun. Where would you have it at?
S tier for sure, but not above the AN. I think the AN's still king.
Where would you have
the
it?
AN's better. Below the AN.
Okay. Okay, the LSAT, or sorry, the 48 dredge, or that's what it is in Black Ops 3. What is it in this game? I don't remember. I said I'd know.
Nah, I don't know that one.
MK48.
Yeah, I liked it. It was right there with the LSAT. It was easy to use, good fire rate, good range.
Okay, you're gonna hurt my heart if you put this somewhere bad because this is my first gold gun. I hit my biggest kill game on TDM with it. I think I went like 43-3 on Hijacked. So this gun is like in the center of my Call of Duty chest.
My gun I went 77-6 with, staying on top.
I was on TDM though, so I had like 2/3 of the kills in my match. I wasn't on domination.
That was average for me, bro.
I'm gonna be hurt if you ain't got the MP7 and the A or S plus. I would accept a low
It's an
S.
A plus.
I don't know. The DSR kind of has a soft spot too.
I think it's below the DSR. DSR is the sniper, bro. Now MSMC, I like it more than the MP7. I'm an MSMC boy all day.
I also got that same feeling because, dude, if you put long barrel on this thing and actually made it to where it could be mid
Long
range,
barrel in the stock.
get out of town, dude. Like, oh my god, it's probably one of the best SMGs.
Long
Never
barrel
mind.
fast mag.
We're coming. Oh man, dude, this game had the most peak SMGs, but we got the
And
MTAR here.
ARs. And
Yeah.
ARs. MTAR was slept on, my boy. That thing was goated.
Dude, a bullpup rifle. It was good all the way around. Like where the AN had all the damage and the M14 had all the control. The MTAR is the child of those two. Like it had it. It had
That
it all.
thing had DPM.
I wanna put it like right there with the M8, either before or below, because it was so good.
I'd say A tier.
Overhyped.
Above the Chickum. It was good. I think it's just slept on so much is the problem.
It was.
Peacekeeper. I was a Peacekeeper boy
You
for
go
a while.
for it,
but
dude. You
I
know
ended
me.
up going for the MSMC.
I never got to use it because I did. That's the only DLC I didn't buy. I know.
It was good, but it wasn't.
It had a very
See,
unique
the Peacekeeper
sound.
Mark III was where it was at on Black Ops 3. But on Black Ops 2, the Peacekeeper is more like Chickum level.
Okay, so you want it before or below the Chickum?
Before.
Okay. I'm down with that. The
QB boy.
QB. Yeah, that's what it is. There's a lot of LMGs in this game.
That was probably my least favorite LMG. You know? And yeah, I mean, all the LMGs are A tier in this game. Maybe that one could be B tier, honestly.
Okay.
R870, I mean,
the Remy.
that's
That's
A
corner
plus for sure.
But it got a bad name
That'd
because
be
of
S
corner
tier,
campers.
honestly.
It
I'd say S tier. That's probably the best shotgun in Call of Duty, I think.
it got a bad
MW3,
name, dude.
KSG, and I mean, some of the MW3 shotguns are pretty good too, but I'd rather have the Black Ops 2K or Remington.
Yeah. So the RPG 7.
Jeez, this thing was.
It was fun.
Explosives on Black Ops 2 were pretty OP, honestly.
Well, you also had Flag Jacket, you know.
Yeah, well, Flak Jacket was good.
So
Flak Jacket, if you have Flak Jacket, you weren't worried about explosives, bro.
the only time I ran RPG was for memes, so I don't really have a super serious opinion.
You know, I got diamonds, so I mean, I know about it. And it's pretty good. I'm gonna say A tier. It's a launcher. It's a good launcher.
I'm gonna put it near the 5.7. I would rather have either submachine gun over the RPG. It's fun though.
S12 slept on.
I slept on it. Never really used it that much. I
I
ain't
would
gonna
say
lie.
bottom A tier, but it can definitely have its moments where it shines to like A plus or S tier. If you catch someone up close with it, I mean, you done. That thing's spray monster. I always put a suppressor on it just to fuck with people. I'd use it on like a rush class. I get on the bottom of hijacked, rushing you on search with that bitch, and you weren't ready.
That is cheeky.
I'd always have the sight that you could see through walls if they were like moving. So I'd just wait until they were about to move that corner, and I'd just have their ass like. And 9 times out of 10 it'd work. You know, you didn't even got to see them.
Yeah.
Scar, I'm putting the Scar in S tier above the AN94 for me, but if you think it should be somewhere else.
I slept on it until probably the end of my Black Ops 2 days. It did the damage, man. It was right
It was. I liked it with suppressor, quick draw, and stock. I'd say it's got to be above the M8 for me. For
Yeah,
sure.
I completely agree.
Now, Scorpion.
Hey, so we got the Scorpion, dude, like rapid fire, please?
Yeah, it's like this thing I remember is.
Is there
I put
any
rapid
game
fire on it.
Is there any game in Call of Duty history that has more crazy of a rate of fire than the Scorpion? I'm saying
I'm
no.
not sure.
This
I
thing
don't
was
think
like
so.
a
That thing-
ripper, dude.
It was. Straight up.
It was
I don't know.
fun.
The Vector was pretty close.
Yeah, the Vector was close. The Scorpion, I want to put it high, but kind of inside, I'm like, I mean, if you seriously compare
If
all
you,
the SMGs, I think it is kind of closer to the bottom because I mean it was good, but at the same time, it ran out of ammo so quickly. It's like it's really hard to kill multiple targets unless you get collaterals.
I put it in A tier, like with the Peacekeeper MTAR somewhere.
Okay. I don't know. I never used
I definitely
Peacekeeper.
have it over the Chicken though.
Yeah.
Small.
Small. Small it did less damage than an RPG, so I mean you kind of got to take that
It's
into
your
account.
universal boy. I mean, it locked on, right?
I'm not even
No,
sure if it locked on. I don't think it
no, it
did.
might have been just a free
I
fire. I
think it
can't
was
even
just a
remember now.
free fire. Like I'm not a big small guy because RPG was like the
I
better
got that
small.
one gold pretty easy though, so I mean, I'd put it with the RPG. I mean, it's.
It's me.
Oh well, I had RPG in A plus. Now let's put that bitch in light.
I was about to say I got like,
We have it in front of that one, yeah.
yeah,
PDW. This was kind of.
big
I mean, it
fan.
wasn't slept on, but
I'm a big fan because the amount of
yeah,
ammo,
I
dude. You
like
could
it.
go in because of the how
You
many
just throw a
rounds.
suppressor on that bit. You only need 2 attachments on that bitch. Just a suppressor, bro.
Dude, suppressor, quick draw, laser. I could almost list off the attachments I had on this thing, and I would go to town, dude. Like I love this
Yeah,
gun.
I
I'm a
would
big
say.
PDW guy.
I'd say A plus.
Yeah, I got A plus. I kind of want to put it with the submachine guns. I kind of want to put it.
And you know that was kind of another thing with the MP7 was that mag size. It had a good mag too. It was
Yeah,
like 40
40
something
mag.
rounds.
Yeah, 40 rounds. Yeah,
I'd fucking throw this one in trash.
yeah. I'm sorry, dude. It just like it's the FAL's like disabled twin or something. Like it was
Yeah,
terrible.
in reality it ain't trash, but for the zombies aspect, it's going straight in trash.
Like
Because why would you do that in zombie? I still don't understand why it's like that.
the XPR
If
had a
you
higher rate of fire than this gun, dude, and it's a
Dude,
sniper.
if you seriously haven't seen this thing, like when you aim in, it's like you're hip firing. It literally does not shoot on target in zombies.
You ain't wrong.
And I just want to know why. Like, who decided that? Because the multiplayer, it shoots straight. It's usable in multiplayer. But anyways, SVU slept
Slept
on,
on.
bro.
Yep.
Suppressor, quick draw, and I am messing you up if
One
your whole
shot
team
headshots,
rushes.
dude.
Yeah,
Like,
if you rush a flank on search with your buddies, you're all getting fucked by me. Like, that thing is the FAL at range.
yeah.
People really slept on that. I'm saying below the DSR.
I was
Now,
almost
I wouldn't-
almost wanting to say back of S tier just to make some people mad.
Now, I would rather use the MSMC, but if we're talking about a range, then, you know, I'm kind of trying to group the SMGs with SMGs, snipers, the snipers in the tiers.
I mean, that's kind of difficult.
It is, but anyways, SWAT slept on again, bruh. Now, this thing was something you could put select fire on if you ever tried it, and it was pretty fun. I mean, it definitely ripped with full auto.
Yeah. I think whenever I think
I'd
of
put
this,
it above the B23R.
yeah, but I look at the M27 and I'm like, I kind of think I'd use a SWAT over M27 though
I wouldn't. I'd rather have the M27.
because of the control.
No, that thing didn't have much recoil, but I don't think it had the same size mag. I think it had like 20 something rounds, didn't it?
Oh,
Maybe
yeah,
not
it
a
is.
full 30.
Yeah,
but
yeah, because it was burst.
the M27, I mean, they were both the same at range. If the M27 was burst, it'd be a SWAT at range. The SWAT had more damage, but anyways, yeah, TAC 14 slept on. This thing dual wield was like dual Desert Eagles, bro.
it packed a hit.
2 shot to the chest, bro, at close range. I mean, that thing ate. Definitely my favorite sidearm for most of the time. I mean, it's hard because all the sidearms are fun, but
I want to put it just right, either right before the 5.7 or right after the RPG, because I'd rather have it over the 5.7's fun for the fire rate aspect, but the TAC 14 was the choice if you were actually trying to get the
I
kills.
completely agree. And honestly, the V23R should honestly go above it in all seriousness, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe swap the 5.7 and V23R.
I think that's right.
Type 25. Slept on again, bro. This thing was fire rate, dude. I'm telling you. Nah, it had some recoil, but it ate. And I remember if you pre-ordered with a special edition, you got this really cool camo on it.
You would know. You pre-ordered every Call of Duty, dude.
Back in the day, I didn't pre-order all of them. I didn't pre-order many.
So I never did really use the Type 25 all that much. It was a gun that I definitely slept on.
I'd put it over the MTAR, honestly. I'd rather have it over the MTAR unless you're talking about at range, like longer range.
Yeah.
Then we got the Vector. I'm saying A tier because this thing was a beast.
Yeah, I'm a big Vector fan, and I would have it, of course, over the Scorpion. I don't
I'd
know.
have it over the PDW.
You'd have it where?
Over the PDW, but behind the MP7.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. I had like every single gun, or every single class almost had a submachine gun in it. Submachine guns were just so good for me on there.
Yeah, they had a good place in my heart.
I really like how this is laid out for sure. I
Yeah,
definitely.
the ARs kind of ruled this. I feel like some SMGs honestly could be S tier, but it's just personal preference. I'm an AR player myself.
I knew when I saw Black Ops 2 tier list, I knew the FAL was going to be S tier for you, and it definitely you got me hooked on it too. It's so good. Like, it's
I
definitely
just
a
wish it
skill
was in
gun.
zombies so I could use it on there.
But no, we need the M14 because nostalgia.
Even in the box, it could have just been in the box, bro. We should have like honorable mentions like throwing knife, C4. What about kill streaks, dude? The Swarm? Oh, and the Warthog.
And the K9, like the K9 unit, like
K9 was
there were
good.
so many. Like,
Dude, the Swarm was my favorite. There's no stopping it unless you had an EMP.
and that had to.
I did rock the EMP a lot because sometimes people would get like load stars and I'd have an EMP and I'd love just EMP them bitches.
I always had VSAT on, dude. That was so OP. Like,
Yeah,
you know exactly
I'd run
where they're at.
Warthog, VSAT, Swarm 99% of the time.
I think I mostly ran a
Sometimes
recon.
Stealth Chopper. Stealth Chopper is pretty good.
Oh yeah, that is what I ran. I think I ran UAV, stealth chopper, and then orbital VSAT. Like I was really big on recon because that's like if you know where your enemy is, I mean like you're gonna get kills. That's why I really like recon.
Sure. I like the Swarm and Warthog because you can still kill while your kill streak's killing.
That Warthog, dude, just the sound of it doing safe runs
I
is
love
so
it,
good.
man. I'm a Warthog guy, man.
Yeah, man, that's all we got. I hope you guys agree with our tier list, and if you didn't, again, let us know what you think, and we probably won't back down because I'm set in stone on a lot of these guns. I'm not gonna lie.
Same here.
But so if you don't have anything else, we'll throw it to a quick outro.
Show.
I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. If you did, definitely follow us on social media so you can keep up with what the next topic's going to be about. Also, to watch our random clips that we post from time to time. Be looking for a big, possibly video podcast in the future. We have 2 big car events coming up the next couple weekends, and I definitely plan to capitalize on that by having maybe another March Madness style bracket where maybe we even pin the different cars against each other. I think that would be a great idea. Let me know what you think and leave us a review in the reviews below if you're on Spotify.